Beautiful humans, hi. We are taking a look in this pick a card reading at the next blessing that is happening in your life. I do this reading with every upcoming new moon. It's my new moon reading. So basically what we're tuning into is the very next thing that is going to happen in your life that feels like a delight, something that you'll love, maybe a surprise, something totally unexpected maybe, but you don't have to do anything for it. It's just wonderful. That's what we're going for, so you can see it, expect it, be aware of it. This is your next blessing that is coming your way. But okay, if you guys haven't been to my channel before, hi, I'm Erica. But yeah, if you guys, sorry, hold on. I do this so many times and I keep like tripping over my words in this intro, and I've done it like hundreds of times. Anyway, pick a card. You guys don't know how pick a card readings work. I've turned these three cards over. I'm going to be tuning into three different messages, three different groups. They're general, meaning that they're for a bunch of people, and they're timeless. So I mean, like, I do this every new moon. I like to think that we're talking about the time period, like, as in your blessing is going to arrive with the next upcoming new moon. But you know, it's whatever. We got you. It'll come when it comes. But all you guys are going to need to do is to feel your way into which of these three cards you're most drawn to help you. Let's look closer. Group 1, we have the Beetle. Group 2, the Hawk. And group 3, the Otter. So trust in the nudge, trust in your intuition, your psychic gifts, your availabilities of powers, like for how you know one thing or the other internally. Also check out the timestamps. If any of the cool numbers stand out to you as significant, you know, that'll help you choose which card, which group is meant for you. And then head there, it'll fast forward you to messages that I always intend to be very helpful. There's a helpful reason for you to get a message about your next blessing, that's for sure. But okay, trust, feel your way, timestamp, fast forward. I will see you there. Beautiful humans, in group 1, you guys were drawn to the Beetle card and the word adaptation on it. These are your messages about your next blessing from your card. Okay, this is going to be a powerful one. You guys have a powerful blessing. There's something that you, in your life, you have. Okay, blah. I'm getting to the tarot, but what is automatically coming through is the thought that something is going to shift either in your energy. You're going to be invited to walk right into like a new environment or a situation that like opens up your energy, to where something about your behavior, you guys have developed, like the Beetle card, an adaptation to something that's like not so familiar to, I'm hearing these words, not so familiar to your organic structure or your very nature or who you are. This can be many, many things. That's why I'm a little bit eager to get to the tarot to see. I mean, that's a lot of human life. We know this, like we're constantly adapting in a million ways, but this feels like it's something that's kind of, I don't know, let's say your nature, let's say very organic for you, that a part of you has had to like hold back on or deny. And your blessing has a lot to do with setting you free, a lot to do with liberation, a lot to do with open expression of whatever that part of you is, or that behavior that you kind of learned through adaptation to your environment or your situation or a relationship to not take part in, like it won't be welcome or something like that. Let's go to the tarot, bottom of the deck. Jeez. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the King of Wands, and there's something about like, I don't know, there's something so strong inside of you, powerful inside of you, like burning, passionate, maybe your anger or like your ability to express anger, something about your leadership, something about your vision. Also, I do want to say for a very strong amount of you, it's something about your spiritual abilities. I just want to say maybe like your spirituality in general, like your values or something like that. This is the area that I feel like we're talking about because it's on the bottom of the deck, but there's something that is coming through you, and this blessing is occurring as a result of like, it's like, it's there inside of you. I don't know how to say it. It's like, let's just get to your cards. It's something like, I don't know, the universe wants it to be seen. It wants to open it up. You know, let's see what you can do kind of energy. So this blessing has a lot to do with like bringing about an event, an exposure, an environment, an occasion, a situation, a person, a relationship that helps that happen. Okay, we've got the 7 of Wands. Wow, just the visuals on this card after looking at the King of Wands, it definitely feels like light under a bushel kind of a vibe. And light under a bushel, like look at that fire that's all the way behind that ridge there. It's light under a bushel because people or energies or something like that, maybe with a lot less of that kind of energy, have been threatened by it. So 7 of Wands comes out because it feels as if your energy has been devoted to, I don't know, interacting with what you're dealing with, your environment, but also very connected to refortifying whatever this fire kind of energy is about you or inside of you. Okay, we all, I mean, we got a lot of wands, we got a lot of fire, we got a lot of passion. 4 of Wands, and now I really feel like it is an event. It is an occurrence, it is an experience. You're probably going to be invited to it. A fair number of you are going to be hosting it. This feels like it's something that might happen through social media or on social media or as a result of the internet, but it's something that you're likely to attend, and or I'm going to allow for a fair few of you. You guys are leading something. I'm hearing organization, order, summit. I'm hearing those words. We also have the 4 of Discs, and it, again, we've getting this vibe. Wow. This is like the perfect deck. We're getting this vibe very much of you've been developing something, like, you know, in hiding because that's safe. And with this moth and these eyes and the crest of the hill kind of thing, it's about to be witnessed. It's about to be seen. And then that's something. Your blessing is the witnessing. Your blessing is the experience where you don't have to hide it. You don't have to develop it anymore in secret. You don't have to do that part of yourself in private. For a lot of you, I'm hearing the words also, it's your singing voice and doing it in private for one reason or another. When I was little, it used to bug my sister so much, and I never fully understood why. Whenever I sang, she would just like hate it. So if you guys can relate to something like that, we also have the Princess of Swords, and here we go. There's that open-ended, completely open, like information and expression and sharing and truth. This is like, we're not holding back. We're not being polite. We don't even know why there would be a reason to. This is the bluntness of a child who just tells it like it is and who just says a curse word because they don't know to not say it, or they say a curse word because they do know it's taboo. This is that energy of we communicate like children, for better or for worse, for right or for wrong. And then your last, look at that. Okay, your last of the cards is the 3 of Discs. So putting the clues together in your cards, we are sensing that is some kind of an event. You've been doing the light under the bushel thing because of adaptation. At the event, eyes are going to be on this power, this energy inside of you, this truth or authenticity about you, your vision, your future, everything that we were saying about what this King of Wands on the bottom of the deck is representing for you guys. You're just like bursting with it. It's so expressive. It's so expansive. It's so much a truth of artistic creation, spirituality, vision for the future. There's so much in that. I'm hearing endeavor and I'm hearing entrepreneurialism. But basically, it's going to be seen, and the blessing comes in the witnessing. The blessing comes in the sharing of the truth in that kind of a childlike way. Look at this card that just wanted to come out. Held. May you feel the ocean's caress. And then we get to that 3 of Discs. There's something about let's call it a caress, even though I'm awkward with that word, because that card says it. There's something about you being held by other people, and the 3 of Discs is symbolic of being able to like work on something more and further, but as a result of it being cooperative, collaborative, partnered kind of energy, it does signify I'm hearing the words approaching further gains. and further significance in your matter. Let's see more cards here, but did I piece the clues together? You're going to be witnessed by people who want this from you, want this authenticity from you. Like I was saying, there's something about like, of course, the universe is going to want this kind of power and expression and creativity to come through you. We also have depth. May you immerse and go deeper. I know that you guys, I mean, I'm talking with a group of you, group one. I know I'm talking with you all who you are very much aware of what we're talking about at this point, and you have immersed. You have done the Seven of Wands, Four of Discs thing to make sure that you still sing in private, you know, metaphorically speaking. Make sure that you still hold this and you still cater to it and you still defend it, even though your environment or your situation or your relationship, whatever, has sort of commanded you to adapt for a time. Right now, your blessing is you don't have to adapt at all. Like, free yourself for a moment from the adaptation and express what this depth is for you, what you've kept so at depth and just like, you know, cared for it at depth. We also have balance. May you find equilibrium in motion. I love this. I even love the image on the card, and it's just like I don't know, there's a big, huge feeling of you're not going to be feeling alone. I want to say anymore. There's a bit of a finding of a soul tribe kind of an energy. I mean, I don't want to leap too big, but let's allow that it's going to feel like that. You're going to sense it. It's going to feel like you got all this inside of you, and here we go. You're expressing it at some kind of an event or to a person or a partner at some kind of experience where it's going to feel like, wow, this energy inside of me, it isn't being resisted. So I don't have to build this Four of Discs, Seven of Wands kind of defensive and protected kind of measures. It really feels as if you're going to be like, wow, and it's just going to feel different energetically. Like we all know when we meet someone who gets it, when we're in those kinds of environments where we can just be who we are, you know, messy or perfect or whatever, you know, it's going to feel like that. And then we have magic. May you flow with the divine. I'm going to allow at this point, because the Three of Discs was your last tarot card and this is your last of these oracle cards, that there's something that will continue on into the future. I'm reading your next blessing, and this feels like a moment. This feels like an expression. This feels like a day or an experience. But there's more to come after it. For you to be able to relieve yourself of the burden of adaptation, even for a moment in time, is just going to show you, oh my God, look at this card. Obviously show you are epic. That's everything. That's everything with the King of Wands. Look, the colors. So much yellow. Solar plexus and orangey sacral chakra energy. Ooh, and even the Four of Wands. There's something of, I don't know, it feels a little bit repetitive to say there's something deeply expressive about this experience, this event that you're going to, like a concert or something like that. But again, what we're talking about here is the universe is lighting you up. The universe is showing you a way, and the universe is showing you like people or places or resources where you can like do this epic thing more into the future. Light in the unexpected. Your reading is like literally like, I have to say, group one, I've been doing this for a minute with us on this channel, and this might be one of the most like powerful kinds of energies that I've felt yet in a reading for you all. So here we fucking go, right? Okay. Light in the unexpected. That's the idea. I think that you've been basically in the dark, keeping the light under the bushel. Like we've been saying, you've been at depth, and there's something about you that's no longer going to be, I'm hearing the words congruent with that. That feels like a vocab word. Okay, your next two cards, we have Chokma with wisdom. Oh, wow. Inspiration, spark, the divine masculine. I was actually contemplating this recently, where it's like we need something in our material world. We need something that we can call like more in the realm of the masculine. and the divine masculine to bring about things like creativity and creation. We are like, if you guys are artists, you know that you need the patron or you need the support to be able to create. If you're a parent, you know you need the tribe, you know, you need the community. Like anything that we do that is creative or creational life force kind of energy, we need that spark, we need that inspiration, we need that kind of physical energy to be able to express it more or hold it more or bring it about further. That's what your blessing is. Let's just call it that divine masculine spark in this experience at this event with these people, whatever it ends up being. And then we have the pillar of mercy with grace, peace, and love. And we've got Uranus showing up again. So I want to say something like, think happy thoughts, think evolving thoughts, evolutionary thoughts. Think the thoughts of the mantra of my situation is changing, my situation is moving, my situation is flowing. And then we have Jupiter and Venus, and it is the outline in this deck. I know that there's another pillar on this side. I'm not well versed enough in this deck. I would look through the whole thing to try and find it for us, but I don't, for some reason I don't feel like we need that. Basically this is in this other pillar on the other card that's showing the other pillar, which I think is the pillar of severity. It shows a female body outline. It's so strange. It's so interesting. I ponder this all the time about the energies of masculine and feminine and what those are in their divine forms. And it's so interesting that this like male body with the shield is the pillar of mercy with grace, peace, and love. You have something very, very beautiful that you've been tending to. And again, we're just going to call it your fire, but this blessing is something that we can call masculine energy on the outside of you to let your fire express itself even further. Your very last card, your guides are asking me to ask you how you feel about this. I'm hearing oh my gosh, this is so interesting. I'm hearing the words, are you ready to confront your issues and take them on like head on? Maybe like with other people, lead the way, go for it, take the charge. I'm hearing something like feel the energy, hear your words. Okay. Your guides just needed me to like flow with those words. Your last card is gentle moderation. Take your time. This is nice. Wow, this feels like a little bit of validation coming in at the end of your reading. Like, I'm just going to read from the card and see. I'm feeling a weird kind of energy inside of me all of a sudden with this card. It says, pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you are trying to accomplish. I feel like this card is talking about what is to come in the future. This blessing is a gentle expression. This blessing is a deviation from your norm, which again is best expressed by that Beetle card that you were drawn to, which is adaptation. You're used to that. So to have an experience like this is like Cinderella getting to go to the ball. You know, I mean, like, I don't know how big it's going to be for you guys, but you are going to feel some things that are very significant for you. Again, I feel like the gentle moderation and the 3 of discs are pointing to and the magic card are pointing to your future after this blessing. It's like, take this, see what is to come, run with it, move a little bit further in that direction, flow and see, you know, see how you can take on more expression, less adaptation in the future as a result of this blessing. But that's it. These are all the cards. This is what your guides and I have for you. This is almost like too powerful for me to even hold. I'm excited for you. I'm very, very excited, Group 1, for your personal expression to get out there and be exposed and received in such a positive way. But your guides and I, we're through. Okay, so do the YouTube things. Do the little YouTube things for us, okay? Like the video, subscribe. Let us know in the comments where you're at if you want to. I have links for cool things. If you want an ebook, I have one of those. If you're a tarot reader, grab a deck, grab the book. It has over 100 spreads in it you can use for your tarot reading. And if you want to join in the next group tarot, that's on this upcoming Saturday. I'm posting this on a Saturday, so it's the next Saturday, the last Saturday of any given month. You know, just check. We meet together over Zoom and we read for each other, any kind of divinatory tool that you got, even your own intuition. You can show up and you can read for us and I'll read for you. If you want to do those things, sign up, head to the links. Otherwise, I'm sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hi, beautiful humans in group 2. You all were drawn to this hawk card and the word vision. So these are your messages about your very next blessing that is coming your way, something that you're going to enjoy. Although your card immediately is giving me an intuitive nudge toward you're going to learn a truth. You're going to hear from someone, and it's something like a truth that has to be I can't do that. Sorry. Beheld. It's something like it's a beautiful truth, and it's there's something about volume, like the volume increasing. It's going to speak volumes. I feel this energy is going to be a blessing of one perfectly expressed and placed sentiment or statement that just sheds all of the light on the situation, brings everything to the light, and makes everything a whole lot easier, brighter, more honest, more light-filled, truth-filled, and expressive in what we're talking about here. But I did sense that you're going to be hearing from someone. And so then it's just probably going to clear up a whole lot of confusion in your situation. Let's get to your tarot. Look at that. The 3 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. Maybe in your situation, it's easier for everyone to get along, or they're used to this. This is like a cultural or a societal norm where like we're all getting along and we can all count ourselves as, having good relationships if they're happy ones. Something like that. I don't know, there's something, whoa, there we go. I knew it, sorry. I just had to dig a little bit further. There's something that doesn't give full room for full expression for, and then we never know the totality of each other or a person or ourselves or our lives, because we're never adequately mirroring back everything that we're feeling, everything that we're expressing and sensing. I think in your situation, there's just light hasn't been able to make it to these places that are a lot more sensitive, maybe a lot more dark, or a little bit like just kind of off in the distance, or pushed, misconstrued, misunderstood, pushed off to the side, confused about. I'm hearing all those words, but let's get to your tarot cards. What? I love doing tarot. We are very good at this point. It's the Ace of Swords, and that is exactly what your blessing is. I feel this in my heart space like 10,000 times. I almost feel the energy, like a magical flowing kind of energy, like a pulsing kind of iridescent kind of energy flowing like through and out from my heart space right now. It feels so good to hear this. To hear this come through in your situation, in your relationship. I really feel like it's a message from a person, or on a day, somebody says something that's just so perfectly placed in conversation that it's just like, there we go. We really needed that on the table in front of us, kind of a thing. 2 of Swords. Yeah. I'm just looking at the fact that it's night and day, and we're talking a whole lot about the light shining, and I almost feel as if this situation has presented you with a whole lot of pausing options. A whole lot of, let's call it better words, lack of flow. Because there's just this kind of mental confusion of like, are they with me or not? Am I really with them or not? Kind of a thing. We also, oh my God. Queen of Swords now. It's a perfectly placed truth without attachment to outcome. It is a non-manipulative statement that is coming your way. No one is trying, I feel I have to channel these words. No one is trying to be understood by you or like force you to understand them. It's just going to be, or they are just going to deliver a truth about you, the situation, themselves, anything and everything, whatever. It's like, whatever it is that needs to occur in your situation, group 2, that's what's going to be delivered, and it's going to be placed there in this, like, your guides are saying non-committal, unconditional format. Like stand up for, it's not like stand up for yourself, because I feel this person not having this energy, let's just call it, not having any antagonism towards you. There's just something about how they're at a point, this energy is at a point where the truth will be revealed. The truth has to be revealed. And it's just one of those kinds of things of like, it's okay. You all, group 2, as like, I'm feeling this energy coming from the energy, you know, that's going to be delivering this information to you, this light shedding moment of truth kind of a thing, where they're going to be all right inside of themselves, like regardless of how you react or how you handle it. They're not trying to influence you. They're not trying to force you one way or another. They're just delivering this because there's something in their energy field where they just reached that point of truth and awareness and clarity and calm about it. Okay, your last 2, oh, come on. Yo, Prince of Swords now. We have Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, Queen of Swords, Prince of Swords. Jesus. And then the 10 of Swords. I do have to say that we're cluing into some form of an expression of they are going to be understanding of you and or relating to you and or sharing something about what has occurred in the past, maybe it does feel like the past, maybe a little bit longer ago, maybe about what they've been through. I feel like there's something about how in this simple kind of turning of events and calm expression, there's going to be some kind of experience of soothing calm because of relating to one another, because of expressing, maybe, I feel like you guys might be dealing with someone who's super elegantly avoidant, and they're simply going to express something that just makes sense as to why they are. You know, one of those kinds of things. Or if they're the opposite, they're super, super like clingy because they're nervous and afraid, then they're going to just share in a non-committal, like you do you, group 2 kind of a way of maybe why they are. And or I'm going to allow that those tables can be reversed, and this energy is going to be coming to you because they finally get it. They finally are following through on an understanding of what you have been through or what's going on with you. Okay, I totally just dropped a card. But again, if you saw me digging in the bottom of your deck, beneath the 3 of Cups, there was the 5 of Cups. And this is like the territory of deep emotional wounding. The 10 of Swords is something about like what Teal Swan does with parts work. It's something about how they're putting the pieces of you and or them back together again. And they're just like drawing a conclusion to how their behavior had come about as a result of this severe amount of pain. And or they're going to help you do that kind of process as well, to just be like, okay, like, we're not going to let that hurt us anymore, kind of a thing. Okay, let's see a bit more. We have expansive. May you connect to the whole. Come on, we are so good at this. That's the idea with this whole entire thing, is that there's a whole, like we were saying with the bottom of the deck and the hawk and the vision, there's a whole truth going on here. And the 2 of Swords is very expressive of this situation just wasn't fully receiving it. This is interesting. This was the card that dropped like very far away. It wasn't that far away, but it was a stretch. This was the one that dropped on the floor and I had to stretch to get it. And it says, curious, may you open and explore. This is the blessing. I feel like it has been a stretch for it to be able to occur. It takes a lot of, I want to say courage. Is that? No, hold on. Oh, sorry. I was looking to see if either of these cards said the word courage. They don't, but they do say the word stretch. Oh, but regardless, just gonna put that right there. I feel as if this is hard. This is hard to do, you know, maybe because of learned behaviors and because it's survival mode and trauma and all those kinds of things. But, you know, curiosity is leading the way, an open-hearted kind of curiosity. May you extend your reach. There's something that I feel like the energy outside of you, again, we're calling it an energy, they're already doing that. It is already doing that. It's extending, the energy is doing this kind of work. And they're going to come to you with an expression of that. And then we have alive. May you delight in vitality. And look at this light shining here. I've been on beaches that look exactly like this. It is delighting in vitality. to be there, to be physically there. Let's just say that when you experience this blessing, it'll feel like a lot of wholeness, a lot of pieces fitting together, kind of finally, when you really, really needed that too. And then I want to say a lot of things can truly move forward from there as a result of this blessing. Just finally fully seeing each other, finally fully being involved, you know, like kind of all the way connected. It says one step ahead is all you need. Isn't that so cool? And it's like the play button or the fast forward button. Fast forward is dating me. Isn't that? I just did like a VCR reference. Wow. But kids these days don't know what that is, do they? Yeah, regardless, that's what this blessing feels like. It's just kind of one simple push with one simple statement perfectly expressed and exposed. And that's all we need. That's all we ever needed, kind of a thing. And we also have Find Your Sacred Flow. One of my friends, she made a beautiful, kind of really brilliant kind of smoke and crystals artwork piece with this card. So it's very significant to me. And I do love the spiral because this is something that might feel like it's out of the blue, but it is something that is very necessary. This blessing coming into your situation is very necessary for further expansion, like this alive card. It's like, now that we do this, now that we share more than just, you know, the happy all the time. If we're happy, then we're good, right? Right? Kind of a thing, like, you know, veering on the toxically positive. And yet there are reasons why we are all toxically positive. There's something about, you know, this is meant to occur. That's why this is showing up in a blessing reading. You know, the universe has your back in this situation, has the back of the whole situation. I don't know if literally it feels like your situation is very much growth in communion with each other. It's kind of like in a spiritual community, we have all of these titles, and you guys probably know more than I do, of like twin flame, soul family, karmic bond, blah, 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 all those kinds of things. Like, people are brought together in mysterious, synchronous, and strangely significant kinds of ways, especially when it's so energetically linked, that stands out to us. And for better or for worse, or right or for wrong, it always leads to further expansion in our lives. It always leads to some kind of growth, experiment, some kind of learning. That's what we got going on here in your situation. You've got you and the energy that really kind of need to combine so that expansion can occur for all. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, the 21st path, and it says fortune, quest, and abundance. I feel like in your situation, you have been on a fair bit of a quest in one form or another to like bring this about in a very, the expansion and the expansive. Totally forgot that we did those cards. Anyway, and a kind of like very positively expressive, like, I don't know. I just feel like whether you're consciously aware of it or not, in your situation, in this connection, in this vibe that you got going on with this energy outside of you, there's an underlying treatment of the whole entire situation of, we want to see everyone involved grow into a better future, a better outcome. Like, there's a very supportive subconscious or very conscious energy right now of, we want to see each other thrive. Maybe that's why there's been such a pressure to be positive. It's making me think of, I don't know, the last year or two it happened over and over and over again, where I was confronted by specifically men, especially men. I don't know why this happened, and I don't want to gender it, but it was like men just kept telling me to choose think from a different, all I had to do was think different thoughts. You know, all I had to do was just change the way I was thinking and think positive thoughts or think positively about the situation. And I was like, I didn't quite fully like that. It didn't quite feel like it was like hitting what I needed, but at the same exact time, every single one of those men, and I feel like it was at least, right now, I just had 5 flash into my head. This has happened significantly, all in the course of a very short period of time. Like 5 different men say that same or similar kind of sentiment, same exact sentiment. And And it did feel like it was toxically positive, while at the same time, I know, like intuitively, I know that every single one of those men wanted this Wheel of Fortune for me. Like they wanted, you know, the betterment of my situation that I was telling them about, you know? What? Sorry. Your second of these cards, before I get your last card for your reading, it's the 30th path with the Sun. Purpose, vision, and self-mastery. This is what we're talking about. This is the beautiful thing. This is the light being shed on your situation. And this is like kind of, I'm hearing the words evolving what we think about when we share truth, evolving how it goes and how it comes about, and placing it kind of front and center as an alignment. Oh, I just heard too many words. As an alignment, this doesn't make sense, but it does with your card. Hold on, an alignment through visuals or with your visuals. An acceptance of, I'm channeling all these words, an acceptance of what is to come through providing the most clear vision about you, the future that you intend, the future outcome of your current situation, and the future intentions between you and others. There's something about in the future, as a result of this blessing and the experience of it, you will have more mastery over what vision means to you and your expectations of transparency, truth, and clarity moving forward. It's kind of like you're always going to know that that is where the light truly lies, not necessarily in the toxically positive. I don't even want to call it toxic, not necessarily in the we are always happy, we are always positive, always the joy state kind of a thing. It's much more like your light, your sun, your purpose kind of thing is going to rest a whole lot more in truth moving forward. Look at this. Your last card just fits so prettily together, especially with that 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It says shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules, and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. I feel like whatever is going to happen with this truth being shared, it's going to gel you in the energy a whole lot more, or at least give you in the energy a whole lot more transparency to work with. And then, I don't know, honestly, I feel as if this last card is beaming you a little bit more into the future, as there's more of this to come. All those words that I just kind of mysteriously channeled, and I don't know if they fully make sense for you all. You guys can let us know in the comments. Let me know. That was a bit of an insecure channeling because I didn't fully get what I was saying. But there's something with your 30th path and purpose, vision, and self-mastery that I feel like as a result of this blessing, you're going to know a whole lot more about how you want to work through conflict, how you want to have like shared group projects, how you want to fall in love, how you want to take on friendships. There's something about receiving this and being in receiving mode with somebody else's shared truth that's going to inspire you for the future, and probably inspire a whole lot more inside of you, and intuitively probably with this other person as well, or energy. But your guides, they're finished. We're done. I feel like that didn't fully make sense, but maybe, you know, it's just because I surrendered to the message rather than trying to control it. Regardless, that's what your blessing is. Surrendering to the message. It's not being controlled. Okay, we're done. Group 2. I'm done with my own insecurities as your tarot reader. Like I said, let us know in the comments how you feel. Like, subscribe, check out the links. If you want a tarot book, I made one. Grab a deck, grab the ebook. It has over 100 spreads in it that you can use for your tarot visions and your tarot efforts. And then also, if you want to sign up for the next group tarot, it's on next Saturday. I'm posting this video on a Saturday, but it's on the last Saturday of every month. If you want to show up over Zoom in a group and read together, that's what we do. Any kind of divinatory tool, any kind of level, we are all welcome there, and it is very beautiful, deeply profound, usually, my experiences in the group and hosting it. But okay. Sign up, buy whatever you want to do. I'm sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free, and we are also all connected, always, at the exact same time. I love you. Hi, beautiful humans. In group 3, you guys are drawn to this Otter card, and the word playfulness, these are your messages about your very next blessing that is happening, that's coming your way. And I know it has to do with having a very good time with someone or multiple people who you feel such deep and profound connection with, that it's gonna truly, truly matter. Like, I'm feeling like soul connection, soul bond. Oh, sorry. As I flip over I didn't even mean to, I'm just getting your tarot cards while I channel your very first messages, but the very first tarot card is the Two of Cups as I'm saying the word soul bond. And also I'm feeling deeply familial kinds of contracts or nope, this is deep. Okay, we're just going to that soul level. Like, you signed a deal to show up with this person in this timeline, in this lifetime. We're here, we're ready, we're doing this, and there's something about it's gonna feel deeply evolving, I'm hearing. Like, I just feel this being really, really, really mattering to you, to have a very good time with these people or this person. I'm feeling like for a lot of you, we're talking about parental. So it's either you are the child and this is your parent or parents, or you have your child or children and you are the parent. But okay, bottom of the deck is the Hermit. There's something about your sensibility and your sensitivity to this, your awareness of who you are in this moment in time, and your awareness of the profound wisdom of these connections. I don't know, you guys are giving me the vibes of like people who do like readings on their family. You know, like do you guys know the star chart? The astrological portrait of every one of your family members, or like, have you gotten that done for your kids or something like that? You guys are playing some kind of a torchbearer role, and you guys are doing it through the frequency of genuinely striving toward always truthfully and honestly knowing thyself in any given moment in every social or cultural exchange. Honestly, that's half the battle. In relationships, oh, I'm doing a plug, and I don't really fully mean to, but I made a book, The Little Book of Tarot Spreads. I mention it in these readings now. It's an ebook if you want to grab it. Buy it and with the link. But the very last spread that I do in there is something I channeled a little while ago, and it's something to help with thriving. And what we look at are, knowing ourselves in the moment, like what's going on with us. Like, let's use tarot to hold the mirror up to ourselves. And then we look at relationships, like what's going on with our relationships. Then we look at resources, like how is the world, the material world, holding me up and I'm holding it and stuff. And then we also look at like your own personal religion. I generalize that as in like, what are your values? What are your beliefs? How are you getting your needs met? There's something in the bottom of the deck with the Hermit card showing up that's letting me know that you guys are doing that kind of work, whether you are aware of it or not, whether you're like working hard on it, like doing the tarot spread, or it's just intuitive and it's just relative to you at this point. But okay, let's see more. Oh my God. Let's see more tarot in the very next card. Look. Oh, my hands are tingling. Ow, they like hurt. They're so happy. Like, oh my God, they hurt. They're so happy. My hands are happy. That's weird. Look, you guys got the 10 of Cups now. Ah, this is just like such a good blessing. Come on. It's odd because I feel like what is going to happen is just like a very fun time, but it's gonna have such a big impact. It might be like a barbecue with the extended aunts and uncles, and you're like, but this is so meaningful. And then we have the King of Discs, and here we go. This is a bit of why this is showing up in your blessing reading, is because there's something about the energy outside of you in the material world is going to be providing like you for it. Wow, that was a weird channeled turn of phrase. So maybe you're worried that you won't be able to make it or get there, or you won't have enough to be able to provide the fulfillment of you being able to experience this interaction or occasion. Like maybe it involves travel and you're wondering if you can get the time off, or if you can afford, the increasing, I don't know why I'm saying increasing tariff prices, but forgive me. I'm not fear mongering. But yeah, the King of Discs is showing me very much the blessing is like, I'm hearing the words, they will come, they will get there. Here I am, like kind of vibes. And then we have the Six of Swords. Look, There's this energy of come hell or high water, we will find a way. And you might be carried there through the goodwill and grace of others, or another, like the Two of Cups, another special person, because the other person, the other people care as much about you being able to go there and do this as you do. I love this Six of Swords card. It's like, please don't worry. We're getting us there. We're doing this. And it is, Six of Swords does mean travel, so. And then your very last card is Ace of Discs. Come on, you're reading my hands. They're still doing this painful happy tingle. What is this? I don't even know any other words to describe painful happy tingle as a weird thing, but it's like so happy. Like a kid exploding with the expression of joy. There we go. The Ace of Discs is that promise of, I almost want to say, emotional transparency through transactional resources. I don't think I could have said that any better. Wait, I want to repeat it because it was so well said. I think that if there's anything of like a transaction of another person's resources for your benefit, resources, time, energy, money, the physical location, hosting you, whatever it might be, it's going to be there. I really feel strongly it's going to be there. And or you guys might be the benefactor for other people. Your guides are telling me no, I was just allowing that might be a thing. It's much more of like, you know, feel free to open up and receive this kind of stuff. Your first of these cards is enough. May you be exactly as you are. There's something about don't feel bad about the needs that you require in order to take part in this. Awe, may you see the sublime in every day. Come on, wow, now I feel this all through like my heart and down through my whole body. This kind of sensation of what it's gonna feel like. It feels like you guys are very powerfully in the moment in this experience. Like, I don't know, you guys are very, I don't know any better way of expressing it, but like, it's not dark. It's not like, well, this might be all we get, so I'm gonna enjoy it. I think that you guys are going to have one of those kinds of experiences that us in the spiritual community love to talk about, where we're just very much in flow, very much in the now moment. And it doesn't really have anything to do with dread of the future or expectations and hopes of the future or fear of our past. It has nothing to do with any other moment in time. It's just awe of the sublime nature of a moment in the everyday. And then we have believe. May the sea deepen your faith. And I feel like if you're hearing these messages right now and you're doubting whether or not this beautiful experience will occur, well, there's a believe card. And it is brain coral. So it's like, and the Six of Swords is a mental kind of energy. It's like, do your best to soothe your thoughts as best as you can. You know, not a whole lot of pressure there, but as best as you can, because your very last of these oracle cards is repeating the word on your Otter card. Playfulness, play. I'm just blown away by being a tarot reader at this point. I love you guys. I love reading for you. I love the synchronicity in readings like this. I'm so happy that you guys get to experience this. This is just such a joy for me to do right now. Painful spirit, happy fingers or not. May you seek out fun and connection. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, seeking it out, making sure you're there, making sure you get there, you know, believing that you can. And then when you're there, you're enough. Be in awe. It's enough. It's just giving me the vibes of it's just going to be something that's so simple, so precious. And it's just flow state. It's just, we have today. And not saying that in any like sad way, like we might not have tomorrow, so cherish it. No, just, I don't know. Wow, interesting. We have welcome the divine masculine. Again, there's this King of Discs and the Ace of Discs. And I just want to say there's the energy in the physical world, like a physical vessel of time and commitment, money, function, whatever it is to get you here, to get you there. So welcome it in, accept it, allow it, receive it. And look at that. Look at that. These cards are so pretty. Overrate your intuition. We did encourage you to go ahead and with that brain coral card, soothe your mind to the best of the abilities and listen to something that you know to be maybe extrasensory logical, such as intuition. If we really get into the science of intuition, That bitch is picking up on so much shit that we are not consciously aware of. It's best to just roll with it. But again, you beautiful homies, group 3, again, all the detail that I went into. I even mentioned my thriving, like, I don't know why I'm making fun of myself, but like my tarot spread that I do, you guys are carrying this torch. You guys are carrying the realm of intuitive knowing and no nonsense about it in your situation. I feel like you're gonna show up to this because your intuition is genuinely being regarded incredibly highly. Like maybe the other who you're connected with is like, I don't know what that could be. I just hear them kind of being very grateful that you kind of like heard the call, that you know them as well as you do. I don't know, that you're showing up with a certain high regard for your own spiritual power and presence, your own inner knowing. Have you ever been around people who just put you at ease? Not because they're any like this or that. They just have an energy of just a profound sense of calm and inner peace. Yeah, you're showing up like that whether you're aware of it or not, but at least to one other person. The personality triangle. Look at this. Personality, nature, and mindfulness. In a lot of ways, there's so much nature on these cards and these decks that I didn't even intend it that way, but I feel like this event might happen or occur with nature, with a lot of outdoor kind of sense to it. But on top of that, everything that we just said that was effectively a complement of who you are right now, group 3, a complement of your personality, a complement to your mindfulness. You're very, very acutely aware, mindfulness, you know? And then we have Chesed with mercy, and it's Jupiter, and it says abundance, gratitude, and big ideas. This, I really feel as if you guys fear that this is out of your reach, but I feel you guys are too nonsensical to place much merit in a fear that doesn't fully align with what you are intuiting and intuitively knowing about yourself in a situation. And so I feel like this big idea of yours is kind of a contract or mutually shared with the other or others, like this King of Discs, and why the Ace of Discs is going to be showing up in whatever form that actually does take. But let's take a look at your very last card, because again, this gratitude, there's somebody, you're going to be grateful for this blessing. Obviously that's all over the place, but just keep in mind, and I know you already know it, that somebody is going to be grateful for you. It's just going to feel so damn good. And have fun. God. Okay. Every step counts. This is what it's going to feel like on the day. You guys know about flow state, how it has this thing. I studied it as like everybody talks about flow state. It's just a weird thing. Like the very first time I ever heard about flow state was from in college. Like we studied it as a theory of recreation. Because it's like when somebody is doing something, they lose track of time or they lose all sense of it. And it's like very much so being in the moment that time just doesn't matter. Like a moment can feel like 10 hours, you know, kind of a thing. This card is making me feel like that. There is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. Okay, well, I mean, it's making me think of when you are there with this blessing and when you are making the plans for it, when you are experiencing maybe the setup to it, and also maybe the experience of it. Definitely move with that kind of intentional flow state, you know, presence and awareness, but also breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. Again, there's that brain coral and the believe and, you know, all these kinds of, you know, don't worry, this is likely to occur for you. That's why it's showing up in a blessing reading. And then just take part in the planning process. Be open to receiving to the best of your ability. Be open to giving of yourself. Like you are the gift kind of vibes, as best as you can. And here we go. It's gonna materialize. It's gonna happen. Move forward and forth with that kind of presence and inner peace kind of confidence. And I almost want to say charm, because it is quite delightful to be in that power. And right now I'm like, I don't feel the spirit fingers anymore. I feel like a deep sense of calm and soothed. Oh my gosh, it's like how I would feel when I was younger after spending a day at the beach with my cousins. Like the drive home, I would feel like this. Wow, what a beautiful memory you guys just gave me. I'm crying. Thank you. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. You guys just gave me the nicest feeling. Thank you for existing. I really like you guys. We're done with your reading, so like, subscribe, talk with us in the comments. I already mentioned the book. If you guys want to show up to the group that I host, it's coming up soon. It's on the last Saturday of every month. You can show up with any kind of level of reading of any kind of divinatory tool. We read for each other over Zoom. That's what we do in a group. If you want to show up, head to that link. Otherwise, I'm sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free. We are also all connected. Playfully, always, at the exact same time. I love you. Hi again, beautiful, pretty people. I am showing you guys the decks that I used in this reading. I'm putting them out on the table in the order that I brought them out for every reading, just in case you guys are curious. And I finished off every reading with one of these. Okay, I love you guys.